Good morning and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay on this morning. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm, okay? So like, share, subscribe, comment, okay? And if you would like to donate to the channel, you could definitely donate to the channel via Cash App or Super Thanks. Okay. I always talk. If you have not gotten a membership, please do get a membership. We have started a book club. Okay. And it would mean so much to me if you all got a membership. Okay. It would mean so much to me. Okay. A lot of people have been joining, and I want to thank you guys in advance for your awesomeness. I always say that this is the Grown Folks channel. We can agree to disagree and move on. Okay. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys so much. Y'all make this channel what it is. Okay. Y'all absolutely rock. You make it what it is. Okay. I wanted to talk about CEO TZ. Okay. And in the wake of what had happened to CEO TZ, I had initially said that I was going to try to step back. Okay. I had gotten some information on straight dropping Devin Burns that I said I was going to drop a little bit later. Okay. Um, yeah, I'll drop it a little bit later, maybe one day this week or something like that. And as it relates to them, but I had said I was just kind of trying to step back and see what direction this situation was going to go um, in with Teasy. Okay. I had already started to see, even though we had been talking about it, um, the form that it was taking, and people was trying to form it with their own hands. Certain people, they was trying to make it look a certain way as it relates to his murder. And as I've said, I hate that happened to Teasy, but I felt like folks was trying too hard to uh, point what happened to him in the direction of young Dolph's artists, and it just kind of seemed manufactured and phony, right? Um, yeah, that's how it seemed to me. Um, because they was just people was consistently trying to force it. When I saw the news lady get on there and do what she did, I already knew that it was a mess in the game, and because that had never happened, that was not even supposed to happen. The production company, it goes to show how the main medias have always been full of shit. Let me just say this, okay? But they have never blatantly got on there and did that. They've always tried to do stuff in a slick way, but that lady got on there and blatantly accused Young Dolph's artists, and that was weird. Very dangerous as it relates to lawsuits. I never in my life, okay, seen anything like that. Although the main medias are very generic. They put out fake information and things of that nature, but what they try to do is program you and make something look a certain way without saying it to try and influence you. This lady incited a war. She just put it out into the atmosphere, and it left a lot of people in shock, right? But what happened to CEO TZ? Okay, I was looking at some of the stuff that folks had put out, and they was talking about his baby's mother, but the was saying some slick stuff about Doc, but that was not his baby's mother. That was a young lady that he was dating, right? And we all know that CEO TZ had, he had a history, right? He had a history, and me personally, I believe CEO TZ was set up. CEO TZ was in his hood, right? He was in his hood, and I want to show you all something. Let's see, okay? I want to show you all this, okay? CEO TZ was just in court like last month, okay? He was in court like last month, and I I think I broke the story some months back about CEO TZ's. I didn't talk a whole lot about it because when I did a story on it, they immediately took the video down. CEO TZ had a lawyer his defense attorney also worked part-time as the county's attorney, right? And when I put that out there, I put that video up 5 minutes later, that video was down. So I didn't know if it was another vlogger, because I saw another vlogger immediately stole the story. And but I got to thinking about it could have been because I had pulled up the lawyer and everything. I was like, damn, he works part-time for the county, being a defense attorney and then working for the county, the government, part-time as the county attorney. I thought that was a conflict of interest, right? And so I just didn't worry about appealing it or trying to put the video up, because I was like, maybe I had said too much, right? Because I always kind of felt like CEO Teasy was going to play an intricate part of this investigation. I do believe that he knew what had happened. I'm talking about Young Dolph's investigation, but also in when I saw Chief Davis out there, I kind of felt like CEO Teasy could have possibly been property of the state, right? And when I say property of the state, oftentimes when people think about property of the state, they think about inmates. Property of the state also is considered, you hear people in the inside, like informants, okay? People that's supposed to be in jail, oftentimes they'll let them out of jail, and they're supposed to protect them to collect intel. Okay, I'm not saying that is what was going on, but it's very possible, right? Especially with that lawyer, because I thought that was just a conflict of interest. And so I was looking at CEO Teasy. He had a warrant, and he had a new domestic violence situation. All of the stuff that CEO Teasy had been, hey, the case that he had before, not the new domestic violence charges that he had gotten previously from the girlfriend that he's with now. Okay, that's not his baby's mother, not her, but the charges from, I believe, from last year, when they're saying, I was told by somebody from the inside that they had found, like, over, when he was living in East Memphis, like over 400 G's in CEO Teasy's house. And see, the time that he got right back up out of jail on an ROR, right? I don't see that case anywhere. Okay. And so CEO Teasy, it looks at that was completely wiped out, because I'm looking at it, 23, 23, 23. The last, and before the domestic violence charges that he got with his new girlfriend, okay? It's showing CEO Teasy's history starts in 2021, but we all know that CEO Teasy went to jail last year when he had domestic violence, stolen cars, all of that. I couldn't find that. That's been wiped out, right? So it leads me to believe more, because even with the situation with his new girlfriend, I was reading the affidavit, and she was saying that there was a domestic violence. It was disposed to. I guess, people get into it. She said that he, hit her in her face and took her keys and some more stuff, and tried to pull her out of the car. This all happened this year. It looks like back in let's see, 2020, maybe around April or something like that. I don't want to show people's addresses. Okay, so I want to let me see. That state warrant that he had was for domestic violence that happened on March 21st of 2023. That wasn't with his baby's mother. Remember, last year was with the baby's mother, where they went into the house and they got all of what they got, and then he got to get out of jail free card. That's completely wiped out, right? You can't see that nowhere. These new charges is with the new girlfriend that happened back in March, and then that was disposed of. As a matter of fact, that was disposed of last month in May. Everything that he had basically, every charge that that Teasy had been either scrubbed or disposed of, right? That case from last year with his baby's mother, when they went into his house and they found all of them cars, that was supposed to bring Teasy some time. That's scrubbed. I don't see it. Anybody else see it? Let me know. But I've looked for it. Okay. and I don't see it in the public system. It looks like it has been scrubbed. So it got me to wondering who took Teasy out. There's no telling who took him out, and it leads me to believe, especially as what I had originally said, that it started, okay, it happened in his own front yard, meaning it was people that was right around Teasy. Okay, now I know people are wanting to say that he was not the gang leader, but I mean, hell, folks have been saying that ever since Young Dolph was killed, that Teasy was now the gang leader. Hell, I don't know, I ain't out there, but everybody else has said it. Hell, right? So they're saying that he was a gang leader. When if you are the alleged gang leader, you have to worry about people wanting your position. You have to worry about folks being mad because of you getting a cut. I guess the gang leader is supposed to get a cut of what all the foot soldiers go out, and when they go out and hit licks. CEO Teasy had issues with some people that was right around him leading up to his death, right? He was even having issues with his supposed to be now girlfriend, okay? Right? So the one that was saying that, that was talking bad about Young Dolph, okay? That one. Okay? Cuz back in March, he got a domestic assault charge on her. Right. So you think about, folks was saying allegedly CEO Teasy had been hitting licks, but I tend to believe that it revolves right around this Young Dolph's case. You got people that are talking. Okay, CEO Teasy was not going to go and do 60 years, especially if he felt a certain way about what was done to Straight Drop. Okay, so you got Orange Mound Quet that's possibly talking. You got Jamarcus that's possibly, no telling what they've told, and we don't know at this point now what Cornelius has decided that he might want to do, right? So the more people talking, but Teasy is one of those ones like Orange Mound Quet that had a direct relationship with the people at the top. Teasy was going to be a problem, and I keep saying that. So who took him out? We already know that Young Dolph's artists been working and on tour, and their artists and their affiliates. They ain't gonna hang around in Orange Mound. They know them dudes gonna take them out instantly. Even though Castelia, Orange Mound is like the back door to Castelia. It's just right on around the corner, about 4 minutes away or less. They're not going to be crazy enough to travel over there by themselves or just be sitting around waiting for Teasy. Okay? Because number one, them dudes over there in Orange Mound, okay, there's no telling what is subject to happen, right? There's no telling what's subject to happen if something like that happens. Okay, so who really took Teasy out? Okay, we saw that before Teasy was taken out, folks was going out to the damn woods having meetings and things of that nature, right? We see that Teasy, just like Devin Burns' history was scrubbed, now it's back. Devin Burns' history is back, but it was scrubbed. Okay, at one time it's back. It might come up scrubbed again if he let God use him. I'll say that. If he let him use him for real this time, it might come up scrubbed again. Okay, but Teasy's history has started getting scrubbed. Okay, and other than the domestic violence that he had with his current girlfriend, and that was disposed of. Okay, everything else was disposed of, either disposed of, okay, or scrubbed. Okay. So when people start feeling comfortable, especially with Teasy, 26 years old, he wasn't gonna go do no damn 60 years for a murder he had not committed. And if he felt a certain way about some situations, because somebody was giving somebody paying for Straight Drop's lawyer. Okay, we gonna know the deal when we see that lawyer change, because maybe Teasy was the liaison for that. Okay, but when people start feeling comfortable, okay, enough to talk, we got Jamarcus. We don't know what we know he's saying something. We know Orange Mound Quick got to be saying something. We know Cornelius might be ready to let the Lord use him. Devin Burns wanted to do a little trickery, but we know he gonna let the law use him. And then there are some more, okay? But Teasy was one of those ones that could touch the top, okay? And so I believe that Teasy had to go, because once one started talking and you start mentioning names, then it would make somebody else feel comfortable, especially if they feel like there was some disloyalty going on. Okay, folks ain't really got to have no reason to start telling nothing. All this got to take is 60, looking at 60 years, and they look at this stuff. They know Judge Coffee wasn't gonna play with them. Okay, so who really took him out? It had to have been somebody right around Teasy. It was the element of surprise, I do believe, and they took him out. But even if it was not somebody that he trusted that lined him up, allegedly they're saying that Teasy, there was a whole lot of other stuff going. You listen to the little dudes all the time. They talk about the life that they live and they out there doing dirt. Okay. Even his girlfriend was sitting up saying that, that she knew it was going to happen. She just didn't know when. What would make somebody believe or think that their boyfriend is going to be taken out at some point? What did he really have going on, right? But I tend to believe, because CEO Teasy, see, people don't have their records and stuff scrubbed and stuff like that unless they, because these thugs don't give a damn about having no records, because they don't feel like they ain't gonna go get no job anyways. That's for people who trying to clean up their life to try to get a job. CEO Teasy wasn't trying to get no damn job. Okay. But I think the only thing CEO Teasy cared about was having his cases disposed, okay? But a lot of his stuff was being scrubbed as if it had not ever happened, okay? So I think that okay, if you look into that part, and then you look into I'll say that plus the situation surrounding the Young Doss case is going to equal his having his stuff disposed of, plus the situation surrounding the Young Doss case is going to equal who might have taken Teasy out, whoever that was. Okay. And I just don't believe that it was Young Doss artists. Okay. I just don't believe that it was Young Doss artists at all. And if the people that's loyal to Teasy have the opportunity to really sit down and think about it, they gonna know that it wasn't none of Young Doss artists too. Hell, the ones that was involved already know that it wasn't, but it's just that they probably have taken some deals. They took the deal to take Teasy out, and then that's gonna open the door to go, or they just didn't know how deep the feds was out there. Ain't nobody getting away with nothing. Okay. Ain't nobody getting away with nothing. Right? But who really took him out? Okay. Who really took him out? Oftentimes, when it's situations like Teasy, when there's a big high profile case, I've been saying this from the very beginning because I worked for the folks for 18 years and still do investigative work. Okay. It is always the people around you that put the battery in your back to go and commit these murders on cases that turn out to be high profile. And when they get afraid that they're getting too close to the top, or should I say they start digging at the root of the tree, they start chopping off all the limbs that's on their tree, meaning all of their little hitters. And they try to make it look like, I've been saying it for over a year, they try to make it look like it's their opposition, but the whole time it is their funder. Okay. Because they want to make sure anybody that knows and can point the finger at them, at all the dirt that they've done, especially when they feel like they have a lot to lose, they start taking them out. I've been saying that for a year. And I said, that's what these little dudes don't understand. Okay. It is unfortunate what happened to Teasy. It is unfortunate. I hate that happened to Teasy, because I understand what I understand as it relates to that situation. And it's so sad because I guess it shouldn't be a surprise to any of us, especially when people start getting scared about certain stuff. But I think it's a darn shame that just like what Jay Prince Jr. and them tried to do to Migos bands, you have to understand a lot of these people are affiliated, so they think alike. They trying to do the same thing to Young Dolph's artists. Look at what somebody told me last night. They trying to pay folks to say that they know for a fact that Kenny Money and them had something to do with Young Dolph's artists. They've even been sending death threats to Kenny Money and saying, yeah, nigga, you gonna go to jail. They trying to get people to collectively come together and go to the police to try and do this to this young man simply because they jealous of him, right? Right? That's what they've been trying to do. We saw what Jay Prince Sr. and them tried to do to Migos bands, and then he turned around and said, I couldn't get them to charge him. I think Migos bands should be charged because he was the one that started the argument. Since I can't get them to charge him, they was going to set him up if it had not been in the video. I knew it. What the police do? Say he was a person of interest when it took them a long time to point the finger at him. I mean, at anybody. When they already know who had did it. Shot, take off. But because there was video, and that's what Jay Prince Sr. was mad about, they couldn't do it. So the police, because everybody was on their ass, they had to charge the people that did this, right? They had to charge them. They had intended to intimidate and pay people to point the finger at Migos bands. The same shit, the same people kind of mingle together. We've seen that. They have the same mentality. That's the same shit they trying to do, but it ain't gonna work out. So I would tell these folks who they're trying to get to do it, don't do it. Okay. Hey, that's the word. That's the word, right? But don't do it because hey, there's no telling who took Teasy out of here, but it's looking like it was somebody that he trusted. Okay. And it was a element of surprise more than likely. Okay. If folks knew what had really happened to Teasy, they would have said it. It wouldn't have taken that lady to when that lady jumped on there, that news lady jumped on there. It is because she had a mission. She had been given her agenda and she had a mission. It just backfired on her. Okay. It just backfired on her. But rest in peace to CEO Teasy. Like I said, I hate that. I hate that it happened to him. But I'm just looking at how when you get people to start speaking about this Young Dolph situation, CEO Teasy wasn't gonna go do no 26 years. CEO Teasy could have told on a whole lot of people without telling on Straight Drop. Okay, he didn't necessarily have to go tell on Straight Drop. He could have told on the very people at the top. It's already Straight Drop brother already told on him. They didn't need CEO Teasy to tell on Straight Drop. They need CEO Teasy to tell on and have matter of fact information that Jamarcus probably don't have about the people that's at the top. And they got rid of him. Okay. But anyways, you guys, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. And that attorney, okay, that attorney, he had a new attorney on these new cases. That attorney that's working for the county, that's the county's attorney. That's the county's attorney. He represents the government. That new attorney he got that's been scrubbed. You don't see his name no more on those cases. That's been scrubbed. Okay. These new misdemeanors that he got this year from his new girlfriend, that's a new attorney. Okay. But anyways, you guys, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App. I want you guys to know how much I appreciate you so much. If you have not gotten a membership, please do get a membership, you guys. I do appreciate you. And again, I want to say rest in peace to CEO Teasy. CEO Teasy was a nice looking young man. All of them are handsome young men. CEO Teasy, I would have loved to see him be in sports or go on and start businesses or be managers and rappers for real. But unfortunately, they're first of all, they are a product of their environment. And then they get connected with people who dangle money in front of their faces to ultimately ruin their lives instead of trying to help them. And it's a damn shame before God what a lot of these people are doing to these young dudes, all because they know They starving basically. They ain't got to starve because they can go get a job, but they don't have that type of mentality. So they dangle more money in their face than what they ever had to go destroy other people's lives. And it's a shame. It is a shame that people that we have helped to put on is committing genocide right in the damn same community that they grew up in and ain't got no shame about it. Okay. But God says, when I get them back for what they did, you're going to see me get them back. It's some people that's going to pay for what they are promoting. That newsletter going to pay for that. Okay, because what she did was she jumped her head, she jumped her ass on there with that damn wig on, okay, and she incited a war. She incited a war and she did it purposely, okay, and that makes me mad, and that's the reason why I talk about her ass like that. That was some garbage that she did, flat out garbage, and she needs to go crawl her ass back in that same garbage can that she got the damn wig out of, since she trying to incite and war in a community that's already more war, throw gasoline on a community that's already at war. Okay, we can't have people like that. If it ain't one way, we got people that we've made help to make rich through their music. You got the damn news media who has always been garbage, though, that has always tried to program folks, but I'm glad it's a lot of people woke. But communities that is already suffering. Okay? I hate that that happened to Teaser. Teaser was somebody's father and somebody's damn son. Okay? But it's a damn shame that they look at these folks just as nothing. Okay, he ain't nothing. Couldn't even say rest in peace to him. Okay? But got pictures of him. Then use them until they couldn't use him no more. And can't even say publicly rest in peace. But can quietly let folks have meetings at their establishments to try and incite a war. And the agenda is to try to take out Young Dolph's artists by any means necessary. But God ain't gonna let it happen. Okay, God ain't gonna let it happen because the FBI and the police ain't been out there that long to be stupid. Okay, all right. But anyways, you guys, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App. I love you guys. I'll talk with you later.